Hey there folks, Armagedd's here, bringing you another Transformers video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe Wheeljack. This will be the final review in the first wave of the deluxe figures at least. Take a quick look at the packaging. Vehicle mode, disc launching Falcon Spear. His name is Wheeljack. Predator King, cool packaging. Everybody knows it. Tech specs right here. Series 2, Figure 4, regular product shots. Everybody knows what these look like. There's your one-line description if you want to read it. Bigger descriptions and a little side story on the instructions if you want to read it there. I won't go into it. Here we have Jackie, who I really do love this figure. I love the figure. I love the character rather of Wheeljack in Prime. He of course is nothing like the Wheeljack from G1 that we all know, but I really do like the Wheeljack, and if you ask me, in my opinion, this figure really just kind of extends his personality. I can really see Wheeljack. I mean, if somebody had said this is going to be Wheeljack from the beginning, I could have believed it, just given his attitude. But we will be doing a comparison with the RID Wheeljack in robot mode. So as for this figure, it does follow the trend that Soundwave and Bumblebee have taken with the spikes and the weapons and the armor, and you know, this is probably my favorite in the line. Maybe just because I love Wheeljack so much. Bumblebee, don't get me wrong, is awesome. He would be a close second, and he would give Wheeljack here a run for his money at first. But I really love this figure so much. I think it just works, and it's not too much over the top. Like I get the feeling like Bumblebee, he looks okay, but his one major downfall is that I just feel like they could have maybe toned it down just a little bit. But Wheeljack here is great. It is on the kind of the same mold that the RID one was. However, it's a lot of remolding. I mean, there are very few parts on this figure that are the same. They added a lot of stuff, and it looks really good. I think the colors, they still stuck with the traditional colors. His greens, his whites, and his reds look awesome. I mean, the figure, it still works just the same as it did. You got his disc launching Falcon Spear up top. Unfold it, shoot it out. We're gonna show this a little bit more in robot mode. We get this back in there. But you know, the car mode, I love this wear effect that they've got going on here on the hood. It almost looks like marble countertop or something. I don't know. The wings here, you can't really do much with them here in car mode, but they do kind of serve a purpose in robot mode. But let's go ahead and get to the transformation. We'll go ahead and start off by unsnapping the hood. It is basically the same transformation as the RID figure, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. I won't go into great detail about it, but we will explain it. Rotate his legs, up his foot down. Transformation to robot, I think, is a really fun transformation. However, getting it back to car mode can be a little frustrating. Unsnap all this. Go ahead and rotate his hands around. Fold his hand out. Again, if anybody needs a more detailed, I'm just not going to go into big detail about it. If anybody needs a more detailed, I have done the review for the regular Wheeljack, or RID Wheeljack, so you can go ahead and look at that. Go ahead and fold his head up, rotate his arms around, and put the shoulders up. And then give him a push here into his chest. There we go. And for his wings here, you come around here to the back and you unfold them like so. So they're kind of sticking out like that. Now, there's a bit of controversy here with his shoulders, and I did read the instructions against my better judgment, just to kind of figure out what you're supposed to do with the wings, and the instructions say to leave them about like that. They're kind of personal preference. I mean, you can do with them whatever you want, obviously. The instructions do, however, say to take his shoulders and rotate them up like the regular Wheeljack, like RID. Like you can see, RID Wheeljack shoulders are sticking straight out. However, they do show a picture of you being able, or supposedly able to do that. However, if you have the wings out, it makes it impossible. You can't have them out, and for that reason, all of the instructions show that step. However, they in the pictures, they've taken it away from the pictures. So, and I think it looks a lot better with the shoulders down like this. I think it looks really good, just fine. Now, here we have Jackie in his robot mode, and this figure, I mean, I don't know what it is that makes me love this guy more than Bumblebee, but I do. I mean, I really do love this figure. The spikes and all of the extra doodads and armor, they just really incorporate well with the figure. The wings are a little iffy. I don't know what purpose they're gonna serve. If he's even gonna get something like this in the show, I don't think so. I think that season 3 of the show, I don't think their appearance is actually gonna change. It's just my opinion, guys. On Off the Bottom, this is Ustream show. We talked about it the other night. A lot of people seem to not think their appearance is going to change. They're just going to be getting like weapons, and the instructions kind of go into a story about that. So it is interesting, but we'll go ahead and bring back in RID Wheeljack here, and you can see some of the main differences in it all. I mean, it's a lot different. I love the colors that they've added in here. The greens work really good all throughout the body. I do love that we finally got an Autobot symbol here that was missing from Wheeljack. It really does all just work. One of the new molding features of course, has to do with the wings here. That's been his old antenna things, and not really antennas, but his little area back here has been changed with these wings, and I mean, they look okay. It doesn't hurt the figure at all. We do have an all new head sculpt, which I think looks really good. Instead of his little earpieces here being silver, they've now changed them to gold, and just a little extra added detail here into the face, and it really does work. It works really good. Where I thought the RID Wheeljack looked like a monkey, this one no longer does. I think they really did a fantastic job. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if it's just mine, but a lot of the joints in my figure are loose, so I've had to work on them a little bit. They came loose. Like the legs are still pretty loose, but it's no big deal. His weapon here is the disc launching Falcon Spear. I mean, it's okay. I guess maybe that's why they call it a Falcon Spear. It looks more like a dragon though, and he holds it in his hands. You just have to start at a particular portion of the spear to get him to hold it. It's sectioned off, and it's got a little groove for his hand to be able to slip in there. But I mean, he holds it, and it's okay. I'm not a big fan of that, so I tend to not display him with the spear in his hand. Some of these weapons are a little extravagant. Bumblebee probably actually has the best weapon. I love the crossbow that Bumblebee comes with. But overall, guys, would I recommend this figure? Without a doubt. I think he's, in my opinion, it's a close race between him and Bumblebee for best in the line. Is he better than the RID Wheeljack? Yes, I do think so. Like I said, they could have brought this guy out in the first or the second season, and it would have passed good. Let's go ahead and bring in the other figures in the line. There's Bumblebee. Here we have Soundwave and Laserback, and these guys look pretty good together. I mean, Laserback would probably have to be, what in my opinion, the weakest in the line, where Bumblebee and Wheeljack are the strongest. Soundwave is got his problems, but he's still okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give Wheeljack here a good solid 8, maybe bump it up to 8.5. Because I do have an affinity for Wheeljack, but definitely check them out, guys. I think they've done a pretty decent job with this first wave of figures. If you can only pick up a couple, definitely pick up Bumblebee and Wheeljack. They're the rush out to get, in my opinion. But this has been Armageddon with another Transformers video review. Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe Wheeljack. Thanks for watching.